The morning after the ball arrived far too quickly. London looked innocent in daylight, as if it had not spent the night undressing reputations with nothing but whispers. Seraphina stood by the tall window of her bedroom, watching the street below. Carriages rolled by. Ladies laughed behind lace fans. Men in polished boots walked with purpose, as though they were not all searching for the same thing. Power. Pleasure. A woman's name. Behind her, Lady Isabel entered without knocking. She never knocked. Not in her own home, not in her own world.
"Have you read the papers?"
her mother asked. Seraphina did not turn.
No.
Lady Isabel crossed the room, placing a folded newspaper on the vanity.
"You should."
Seraphina's gaze remained on the window.
I prefer my poison served directly.
Lady Isabel's voice sharpened.
"This is not a joke."
Seraphina turned slowly, her expression calm.
What is it this time? A rumor? A marriage offer? A scandal?
Lady Isabel's eyes narrowed.
"A warning."
Seraphina walked toward the vanity and unfolded the paper. There it was, hidden among social notes and trivial announcements. A single sentence. Lady Seraphina Ashford, returned to society last evening, was seen dancing twice with Lord Lucien Blackthorne. Twice. Seraphina's fingers tightened. She remembered the weight of his hand at her waist, the heat in his voice, the way he had spoken as if her resistance was merely foreplay. Lady Isabel watched her carefully.
"Do you understand what this means?"
her mother asked. Seraphina's lips curved faintly.
It means the writer is bored.
"It means,"
Lady Isabel said coldly,
"that you have already become entertainment."
Seraphina folded the paper again and placed it down.
And isn't that what you wanted? For London to notice me?
Lady Isabel's eyes hardened.
"I wanted London to respect you."
Seraphina's voice lowered.
Respect is a myth. They only respect what they fear.
Lady Isabel stepped closer.
"And Blackthorne is not fear. He is fire."
Seraphina met her mother's gaze.
Then perhaps London deserves to burn.
Lady Isabel slapped the newspaper against the vanity.
"You are not to speak with him again."
Seraphina tilted her head.
And if I do?
Lady Isabel's voice was sharp enough to cut glass.
"Then you will destroy this family."
Seraphina smiled slowly, deliberate.
Perhaps this family deserves destruction too.
Lady Isabel's eyes flashed.
"You will marry. You will marry well. And you will do it quickly."
Seraphina's voice turned sweet.
Ah, so that's the truth. It's not about me.
Lady Isabel's face tightened.
"Your father's health is fragile."
Seraphina's smile vanished.
Don't use father as a weapon.
Lady Isabel's voice softened only slightly, but her eyes remained hard.
"I am using reality. It is not kind, Seraphina."
Seraphina stepped closer.
And neither are you.
For a moment, the air between them trembled. Then Lady Isabel turned sharply.
"The Queen has requested your presence this afternoon,"
she said. Seraphina's brows lifted.
The Queen?
Lady Isabel's mouth tightened.
"You have caught her attention."
Seraphina's stomach twisted. That was never a blessing. It was a test. And the Queen did not like women who failed. The palace smelled of roses and politics. Seraphina walked through gilded halls, her footsteps muted by expensive carpets. The walls glittered with paintings of kings and queens who had ruined people with smiles. A servant led her to a sitting room lined with velvet and gold. And there, waiting like a spider in silk, sat Queen Adelaide. She was older than most expected, but her eyes were sharp, alive, hungry.
"Lady Seraphina Ashford,"
the Queen said. Seraphina lowered into a perfect curtsy.
Your Majesty.
"Stand,"
the Queen commanded. Seraphina did. The Queen's gaze moved slowly from Seraphina's face to her shoulders, to her posture, to the way she held herself, as though she were measuring how difficult she would be to break.
I have heard you returned with a sharper tongue than when you left.
the queen said. Seraphina's lips curved faintly.
Perhaps the world sharpened me, Your Majesty.
The queen smiled.
A dangerous answer. I like it.
Seraphina remained still. The queen leaned back slightly.
Tell me, did you enjoy last night?
Seraphina's voice was careful.
It was eventful.
The queen's eyes gleamed.
Eventful because of Lord Blackthorne?
Seraphina did not blink.
It would be unwise for me to comment on a man, Your Majesty.
Unwise.
The queen agreed.
Yes.
She tapped her fingers against the armrest.
And yet, I wonder,
The queen leaned forward.
did he look at you the way men look at sin?
Seraphina's pulse betrayed her. She forced her voice into calm.
He looked at me the way men look at something they want to own.
The queen laughed softly.
Excellent. You are not foolish.
Seraphina held her gaze. The queen's tone shifted, colder now.
I will speak plainly, Lady Seraphina. Society is fragile. It survives on the illusion that everyone knows their place.
Seraphina listened.
And Lord Blackthorne has always enjoyed shattering illusions.
The queen continued. Seraphina's voice remained quiet.
So I have heard.
The queen's eyes narrowed.
I do not allow men like him to ruin my season.
Seraphina's fingers curled slightly.
And what does Your Majesty intend to do?
The queen smiled.
I intend to control the story.
She stood, moving towards Seraphina.
Your family has debts, does it not?
Seraphina's throat tightened. Lady Isabel had sworn that secret would stay buried, but nothing stayed buried in London. Not for long. The queen's voice was soft, lethal.
I could erase them with a signature.
Seraphina's breath caught. The queen tilted her head.
In return, you will do something for me.
Seraphina held her gaze.
What?
The queen's smile returned.
You will accept Lord Blackthorne's attention.
Seraphina froze. The queen continued calmly.
You will let him court you.
Seraphina's voice was tight.
Why?
The queen's eyes glittered.
Because if he is hunting you, then he is not hunting someone else.
Seraphina's mouth went dry.
And if he ruins me?
The queen's smile sharpened.
Then you will ruin him back.
Seraphina's pulse thundered. The queen leaned closer, whispering as though sharing a secret between monsters.
You have the kind of beauty that makes men reckless.
Seraphina's voice dropped.
And you believe I can use that as a weapon?
The queen's gaze held hers.
I believe you already have.
Seraphina remained still, her thoughts racing. The queen stepped back.
Your mother wants you married quickly. I want my season intact. And your family wants to survive.
She smiled sweetly.
So, Lady Seraphina, you will play your part.
Seraphina's jaw tightened.
And if I refuse?
The queen's voice turned silk smooth.
Then your father will die in a home that cannot afford its own candles.
Seraphina's blood turned cold. The queen placed a hand lightly on her shoulder.
Be clever, Lady Ashford, not proud.
Seraphina swallowed. Her voice came out steady, though her heart was not.
I understand, Your Majesty.
The queen smiled.
Good girl.
Seraphina's stomach twisted at the words. As she left the palace, she felt the world tightening around her like a corset pulled too hard. She had returned to London thinking she could control her fate, but London had already written her into its story. And now, she belonged to the queen. When Seraphina returned home, she found Celeste waiting in the drawing room like she owned it. Celeste lounged on the sofa, sipping tea with delight.
Well,
Celeste purred.
I heard you were summoned.
Seraphina's expression stayed calm.
You hear everything.
It's my greatest talent,
Celeste said.
and yours, apparently, is causing chaos.
Seraphina crossed the room.
What do you want?
Celeste smiled.
I want details.
Seraphina poured herself tea.
There are no details.
Celeste leaned forward.
Seraphina, don't insult me. I saw him watching you all night.
Seraphina's hand tightened around the cup. Celeste's eyes sparkled.
He looks at you like he's already tasted you.
Seraphina's cheeks warmed despite herself. Celeste laughed.
Oh, that's the face.
Seraphina glared.
Stop.
Celeste's smile widened.
You want him.
Seraphina's voice sharpened.
I do not want men who think they can take what they please.
Celeste shrugged.
Then you should want him, because he is the only one who will enjoy being denied.
Seraphina's jaw tightened. Celeste stood, moving closer.
You know what people are saying?
Seraphina's voice was flat.
I don't care.
They say he followed you into the corridor.
Celeste said. Seraphina's pulse jumped. Celeste's eyes glittered.
They say he nearly kissed you.
Seraphina's breath caught. Celeste smiled slowly.
And they say you didn't stop him.
Seraphina's voice dropped.
People say whatever makes their lives feel less empty.
Celeste leaned in, whispering.
And is it true?
Seraphina's gaze held hers. Celeste's smile softened.
You're not afraid of scandal, Seraphina.
Seraphina's voice was quiet.
I'm afraid of wanting something I cannot afford.
Celeste's brows lifted.
Wanting him?
Seraphina did not answer. Celeste exhaled dramatically.
Oh, darling, this is going to be delicious.
Seraphina's eyes narrowed.
Don't.
Celeste laughed.
I can't help it. London has been bored for years.
Celeste moved toward the door.
And now you've returned and brought Blackthorne's attention with you.
She paused, turning back.
Be careful.
Seraphina's voice was cold.
That sounds like advice.
It is,
Celeste said. She tilted her head.
Men like him don't ruin women because they hate them.
Celeste's voice softened.
They ruin women because they love the power of watching them fall apart.
Seraphina's grip tightened around her cup. Celeste's eyes held hers.
And I would hate to watch you fall apart.
Seraphina's voice was quiet.
Would you?
Celeste smiled.
Only a little.
Then she left. That night, Seraphina lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. The Queen's words repeated in her mind like a curse. Let him court you. Let him hunt you. Use him. Seraphina closed her eyes. But instead of sleep, she saw Lucien. His mouth close to her ear, his voice murmuring. I would ruin you beautifully. Seraphina's fingers tightened into the sheets. She hated him. She hated herself. She hated the way her body had betrayed her, warm and restless the moment he had stepped too close. A knock came at her door. Soft, unusual. Seraphina sat up, her heart tightening.
Who is it?
Mr. Pimble's voice came faintly.
My lady, there is a visitor.
Seraphina frowned.
At this hour?
A pause. Then Pimble's voice lowered.
He insists.
Seraphina's pulse quickened. She rose, wrapping a robe around herself, and opened the door. Pimble stood there, pale.
And who?
Seraphina asked sharply.
Is bold enough to visit me at midnight?
Pimble swallowed.
He did not give his name, my lady.
Seraphina's eyes narrowed, but she already knew. Because London had a scent, and danger always smelled the same.
Tell him to wait.
Seraphina said. Pimble hesitated.
My lady.
Seraphina's gaze turned ice cold.
Tell him.
Pimble nodded and disappeared down the corridor. Seraphina stood still for a moment, her heart pounding. Then she walked toward the mirror. Her hair was loose, her skin still warm from restless thoughts. She looked unguarded. She hated that. She pinned her hair back quickly, forcing control into her hands. And then she descended the staircase. The drawing room was dim, lit by only one candle. And there he was, Lucien Blackthorne, standing by the fireplace like he had every right to be inside her home. He turned when he heard her steps. His gaze moved over her slowly, not politely, not properly, like he was imagining what she looked like without the robe. Seraphina's voice was sharp.
You are either very brave or very stupid.
Lucian's smile was slow.
Neither.
He stepped closer.
I am simply certain you would not send me away.
Seraphina's breath caught.
You are in my home.
And you came down to see me.
Lucian murmured. Seraphina's eyes narrowed.
What do you want?
Lucian's gaze flicked to her mouth.
You.
Seraphina's pulse thundered. Her voice stayed cold.
That is not an answer.
Lucian stepped closer, lowering his voice.
I couldn't sleep.
Seraphina's brows lifted.
And you thought I would help you?
Lucian's smile deepened.
I thought you might be suffering too.
Seraphina's fingers tightened around the edge of her robe.
I am not suffering.
Lucian's gaze darkened.
Lie again.
Seraphina's throat tightened. Lucian stepped closer until the warmth of his body reached her. He smelled of rain and smoke and sin. Seraphina's breath hitched. Lucian's voice turned softer.
Tell me to leave.
Seraphina's lips parted, but no words came. Lucian's smile was faint.
That's what I thought.
Seraphina's voice finally came, quiet, trembling with anger.
You have no right to be here.
Lucian's eyes held hers.
I have every right to want you.
Seraphina's voice sharpened.
You want to ruin me?
Lucian's voice dropped into something dangerous.
I want to touch you until you forget your own name.
Seraphina's breath caught sharply. The candlelight flickered. The silence between them thickened. Lucian lifted his hand slowly as if asking permission without words. His fingers brushed her wrist, warm, possessive, and electric. Seraphina's entire body reacted. Lucian whispered.
Do you feel that?
Seraphina swallowed.
I feel disgust.
Lucian smiled.
Then why are you shaking?
Seraphina's cheeks flushed. Her voice trembled.
Because you are standing too close.
Lucian stepped closer anyway.
So move away.
Seraphina didn't. Lucian's hand slid up her arm slowly, as though he was memorizing her. Seraphina's breath turned shallow. Her eyes stayed on his, refusing to surrender first. Lucian's voice was quiet.
You're the first woman who looks at me like she wants to stab me.
Seraphina's lips curved.
Perhaps I will.
Lucian's smile deepened.
I would let you.
Seraphina's heart pounded so loudly she feared he could hear it. Lucian's gaze flicked down to her lips, then back to her eyes. He leaned in slowly, deliberately, a kiss that felt like a threat. Seraphina whispered.
If you kiss me, I will regret it.
Lucian's voice was softer.
No.
He leaned closer.
You will crave it.
Seraphina's body betrayed her again. Her fingers curled against his chest. Lucian's breath brushed her lips.
Tell me no.
He murmured. Seraphina closed her eyes, and the moment she did, Lucian kissed her. It was not gentle. It was not polite. It was hungry, a kiss that tasted like war. Seraphina gasped, but Lucian only deepened it, his hand gripping her waist, pulling her closer as if he intended to fuse her into him. For one terrifying second, Seraphina kissed him back, and she hated how natural it felt. Lucian's mouth moved to her jaw, then her throat. His voice was a whisper against her skin.
God, Seraphina.
Her name sounded like a prayer in his mouth. Seraphina's hands tightened in his shirt. She felt the heat of him through layers of fabric. She felt the danger. She felt herself slipping. She pushed him back suddenly, breathless. Lucian paused, watching her with eyes darker than midnight. Seraphina's voice trembled.
This is madness.
Lucian's smile was slow.
Yes.
Seraphina's chest rose and fell rapidly.
You cannot come here again.
Lucian's gaze held hers.
You don't mean that.
Seraphina's eyes flashed.
I do.
Lucian stepped closer again.
Then say it like you mean it.
Seraphina's throat tightened. Her voice came out sharp, desperate.
Leave.
Lucian did not move. His eyes lingered on her lips. Seraphina's pulse thundered. She forced herself to repeat it.
Leave, Lucien.
His brows lifted slightly. Lucien. She had said his name, and both of them knew what that meant. Lucien smiled,
Good night, Seraphina.
and then he turned. He walked toward the door as though he had not just shattered her control, as though he had not just kissed her into ruin. At the doorway, he paused. Without turning, he spoke softly.
You are already mine in your thoughts.
Seraphina's breath caught.
And soon, you will be mine everywhere else.
Then he left, and the house fell silent again. Seraphina stood frozen in the candlelight. Her lips still burned. Her body still remembered his hands. And her mind was screaming, because the worst part was not the kiss. The worst part was the truth she could no longer deny. She wanted him, and she was trapped.